Start your DJ journey. This video is a guide to go from a complete beginner to having a DJ career.
Entertainment, this is Ryan.
Hey, how's it going? My name is James, and I'm new to the area, and I've been practicing DJing a lot, and I was seeing if you guys were hiring like a helper to help you set up and tear down stuff so I could learn the industry.
Yeah, actually, we are.
So before your DJ journey even begins, there's a couple of questions that you have to ask yourself and do your research, because once you make these decisions, it's very hard to undo them. And that is going to be, what DJ software are you going to use? And what is going to be your main DJ device? So there's a couple of popular softwares out there, such as Serato, Rekordbox, Virtual DJ, and then the DJ software I use, DJ Pro AI. And then you're also going to have to ask yourself, what device do you want to use to DJ with? Now, I DJ with the iPad, and DJing with the iPad is becoming more and more popular, but a lot of DJs still like to DJ with the laptop. The reason why this is so important to decide in the very beginning of your journey is because all of these different softwares, although they do pretty much the same thing, they have different features, different menus, and they're set up a little bit different. So there's going to be a learning curve when you switch. So if you start DJing, let's say for 3 months with Serato, and then go, I want to try virtual DJ, you're going to have to relearn all the basics again, and it'll be like starting from square one. So do your research. I made a lot of comparison videos. There's a lot of comparison videos out there, and choose what you're going with. So I chose to DJ with the iPad and with DJ Pro AI. So once you have it down, then you could start learning the basics on that software. So to get started as a DJ, you don't have to know all this stuff. You don't have to be an expert mixer. You don't have to know all the tricks and be able to scratch and be like DJ Jazzy Jeff, or be like James Hype and do all of these tricks. When you're first getting started with your DJ career or even hobby, it is important to know the 3 basic things. Number 1 is going to be, in your software, where are you going to get your music from? So it now more than ever, it's easier and easier to get started with DJing, because now most DJ softwares are integrated with at least a couple of streaming services. So that means on day 1, you can now start practicing mixing with millions and millions of songs. You don't have to go sign up to a record pool or go download all these expensive songs or try to download them from YouTube or something like that. You could just load these streaming service songs right onto your deck. So I would recommend using the streaming service Tidal. I feel like it's the most versatile, and it has pretty much any song. But when you first get started, figure out how you're going to get your music. I would definitely recommend now going with streaming services, because I believe it's the future of DJing. And once you have your streaming service and you know where you're getting your music, you have to know how to load it into a deck on your software. So DJing is just playing one song and then another song with no gaps, with no music stopping, and keeping everything going. So first, you're going to have to know how to load up your songs. So whichever software you use, you could watch tutorials on how to load songs, how to navigate the menu, and how to navigate the library, because this is going to be very important, because if you don't have songs, you don't know how to add them, you don't know how to find them, you're not going to be able to DJ. So with DJ Pro AI, you would click this music icon button up here, and now we're in Tidal, and then you could search. So you could search any artist, so let's say 50 Cent. You could search the artist, find the song, click it, load it into a deck. So practice doing that. Practice finding songs by various artists. Practice loading up songs on each side. And then once you have songs loaded up on each side, practice doing simple transitions. Now, I made other videos on very basic transitions, but you don't have to overcomplicate it. You could use effects. You could do very simple, smooth transitions that people are gonna like. and that will get you going in the beginning so you can get out there and do your first couple of gigs as soon as possible. Because although it is important to be practicing at home and to be practicing techniques, tricks, and skills, the most important skill as a DJ to learn is how to read a crowd and how to entertain a crowd of people that are there to have a good time and make sure that everyone else is having a good time. This is something that I struggled with when I first got started. Was I would practice all these mixing techniques, and then when I would go and DJ, I would just be focusing on the mixing techniques, and I would be like, in my head, I'd be like, oh, I did a perfect mix, that song mixes with that song. But the people there, they didn't want to hear that song, and I didn't know how to read the crowd. I was too focused on doing the DJ tricks. So by getting out there and doing your first couple of gigs, that will give you this experience that would help you more than spending years and years practicing in your basement. Now, the next thing is you have to decide what type of DJ are you going to be. Now, when a lot of people think of DJs, they think of like Calvin Harris or Tiesto up on the stage at EDC or one of these huge festivals with millions of people jumping around and going nuts. And yes, that is a DJ, but that's only one type of DJ. There's all different types of DJs, ranging from a DJ that just plays family parties or maybe at a small bar or pub to a DJ that plays at the club a couple times a month. You'll play at the club, like DJs that play in Miami and these huge clubs. And then there's also wedding DJs, corporate DJs, special event DJs, where a wedding DJ can make more money in one weekend than some club DJs can make in a whole year. But there are different levels of experience required to do these different types of DJing. So for if you want to get into the wedding and the special event space, I would say doing what I did in the beginning of this video, go to Google and then type in wedding DJs in your area, and then just cold call them. Call them up and say hi. I said my name was James, but say whatever name is yours, and say I'm trying to get into DJing. I want to learn all the stuff about DJing. Do you need someone to come help set up, tear down, and do all the hard work and get to learn the industry? And like you heard in that video, they will be eager, because doing that type of work, lugging all the equipment around, all the speakers around, is a lot of work. So having someone to help them is a great way for them to lessen the burden on themselves. And then also, you're getting paid to learn how to do what you want to do in the future, so you can't really beat that. It's like if you wanted to be a plumber and then going working as a plumbing apprentice, you could do the same thing with DJing, and it's something that I did, and it's something that I would definitely recommend. It's always great to get experience while you're getting a paycheck, and then it'll boost your confidence that you're making some type of income in the DJ industry, and then this will help you as you progress. And then also, just be patient, because a lot of things with mixing, a lot of things with DJing are going to require you to use different muscles, to use both hands at the same time, use individual fingers at the same time, and this requires muscle memory, like things like scratching and beat matching and stuff. So don't some things you can't learn in one day, some things you can't learn in 2 days, some things you can't learn in a week, and you're going to have to practice and practice. Just remember, don't give up, and if there's a skill or a technique you want to learn, you could do it as long as you stay persistent and keep practicing. So I hope this helped you guys get started on your DJ journey. Let me know in the comments if you did any of these advice. Let me know which software you're using. And also let me know if you have any questions on getting started with DJing. I try to get back to all the questions. And if you found value in this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.